If you're in the market for a used car, the following list is worth a minute. Consumer Reports compiled a list of 108 vehicles from the last decade, technically 2007 to 2016, with much worse than average reliability. Since buying a used car is already like navigating a minefield, this sort of guidance can only help. We pulled some makes and models from different categories, but we urge you to check out the full list so you can make sure you aren't about to shell out the cash for one of the rides listed. Before we begin, please consider subscribing and turning on the bell button for more automotive-related content. As always, glad to have supporters. '" 2012 Jeep Wrangler. The 2012 Jeep Wrangler has many problems that have been reported by owners. Among the 2012 Jeep Wrangler problems is the faulty fuel gauge, which can cause drivers to run out of gas unexpectedly. Another issue is with the air conditioning system, which has been known to leak and blow hot air into the cabin. There are also issues with excessive engine noise from the 3.6-liter V6 engine. Other complaints include difficulty in shifting gears and poor visibility due to small windows. Some people have had their doors fall off or their tailgate break while driving down the highway. A few other complaints are about rattling noises coming from the undercarriage components and an inability for passengers in back seats to see out the rear window. Finally, there are some concerns about rusting on body panels after just 1 year of ownership. These problems may be fixed by taking your vehicle into dealerships for service, or by extended warranties when you purchase your car new. Fun fact, the original design of the Jeep Wrangler only took 2 days. With World War II on the horizon, there was an obvious need to replace the existing government-issued vehicles, which consisted of an aging fleet of Model Ts. They needed to be lightweight and four-wheel drive, and a man named Karl Probst had just the thing. His company, known as Bantam, took only 2 days to put together a design, with elements being added by Ford and Willys during production. "2015-2016 Cadillac Escalade. Cadillac Escalade was first introduced into the market more than 20 years ago, and has been highly popular ever since. However, over the years, the Escalade has revealed some persistent defects which become harder to look past when it comes to a $75,000 plus SUV. Some of the common issues in the last 5 years of the Cadillac Escalades include harsh ride quality, transmission failure, engine problems, and suspension defects. One of the most frequently reported Escalade defects are engine and suspension issues, which is most common in the 2016 model. A large number of users have noticed violent and random shakes, mostly while driving at 50 to 70 miles per hour. For example, a user of the 2016 Cadillac Escalade described the issue: "While driving 60 miles per hour, the vehicle began shaking violently. The shaking became more violent while approaching 70 miles per hour." Another commonly reported issue against the Escalade is transmission failure. An NHTSA defect investigation revealed a problem with the transmission. Apart from the serious issues discussed above, the luxury SUV has been subject to complaints against body paint and electrical defects. Interesting fact, the Escalade made history with a string of luxury SUV firsts. The 2009 model became the first luxury SUV to offer full LED headlights, while its 2015 model stepped it up in offering LED high-beam headlamps and tail lamps with total internal reflection. The 2009 Escalade also became the world's first full-size luxury SUV hybrid. '2016 Toyota Tacoma. The third-generation Toyota Tacoma came out in 2016, and it turned out not to be an improvement over the second generation of the year before. It had so many transmission problems that Toyota probably wished it could get a redo on it. After the 2016 redesign, a lot of the problems were with the 3.5-liter V6 engine with 6-speed automatic transmission. The 2016 Tacoma had the most overall complaints of any year since 2006, when the second-generation Tacoma was introduced. 2016 Tacoma owners dealt with transmissions that hunted for gears, delayed engagement when shifting to drive or reverse, slipped, or lurched. The largest number of those transmission problems were for delayed or harsh shifts and for delayed engagement of drive when cold. A lot of people experiencing engine problems mentioned vibrations in the floor, and steering wheel and also excessive engine noise. Owners indicated an average of fewer than 8,000 miles on the truck when they logged their transmission concerns. Issues like lurching when the transmission engaged appeared as early as 1,400 average miles. 2008 Ford F-350. The Ford F-150 is currently the top-selling full-size pickup truck in the United States. However, many consumers have reported problems with the truck in earlier model years. Here are some of the biggest issues with the Ford F-350, one of the strongest F-Series trucks. The 2008 edition of the F-350 got the most complaints. The most common issue reported involves steering problems. There were many reports of accidents caused by the steering wheel seizing up, with no prior notice from warning indicators. Others said they experienced very bumpy, erratic driving in general. There were also issues with the F-350's engine. Many reported their truck's engine would smoke after attempting to accelerate, and some even shut down while the car was in motion. In one case, the engine caught fire. Despite the number of incidents, Ford never issued a recall for this specific problem, but the truck had 9 other recalls for unrelated issues. Among all F-350s, engine failure is the most common trouble. It occurred in many 2008 models, but the issue continued to progress up to 2011. In most cases, the truck's engine gave out with no warning, forcing drivers to pay as much as $10,000 out of pocket to replace it. If you're looking to buy a used F-350, anything from 2013 and beyond is usually a safe bet. The only exception is the 2017 model year because of surge of steering problems. An almost new 2018 F-350 had almost no complaints reported, aside from a few suspension problems and body structure inconsistencies. 2004 and 2011 Porsche Cayenne. The Porsche Cayenne is the ultimate sport utility vehicle, combining luxury and dependability. The Quality Assistance System provides an above-class experience for the driver, while providing the utmost comfort for all passengers. There is no better vehicle in the market today. Unfortunately, consumers of older Porsche Cayenne vehicles, particularly the 2004 and 2011 models, seem to have a differing opinion. Serious problems are being reported before hitting the 100,000-mile range. Owners of the 2004 Cayenne Turbo 4.5-liter share a common complaint. The coolant lines used in the model are plastic and run down the center of the engine block. When the engine heats up, the plastic cannot withstand the high temperature. The pipes tend to melt, leaking coolant and creating safety concerns. The starter, located under the coolant pipes, is also affected. Another common complaint from owners of the 2011 Porsche Cayenne is the engine seizing after hitting 50,000 miles. Drivers are reporting a check engine light warning before hearing a loud noise that completely shuts down the engine. Porsche is not taking responsibility for the common occurrence in the 2011 Cayenne models, and extended warranty companies are denying coverage. Consumers are reporting several $1,000s in repair bills to replace the camshafts and existing bolts. In some cases, the engines must be replaced entirely. Thanks for stopping by. We hope this information will be useful before you consider buying one of these popular secondhand cars. Please consider subscribing and turning on the bell button for more automotive-related content if you haven't done so yet. Stay tuned.